Hello, hello. How are you doing today? How are you? Hello. This thing. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Hello. I'm actually going to get started. You know, today I want to talk about when we say yes to children, we actually are saying yes to war. And so this isn't a casual, having children isn't casual. It's not dramatic, but it truly is spiritual. And so I had 2 phone calls today and it completely shifted my atmosphere. My spirit was so unsettled. And when you have that, you should pay attention to it, because scriptures teach us in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, we wrestle not with flesh and blood. So our children are under attack. They're under attack mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And passive parenting is not an option. It's just not. So when we decided to have children, we stepped into a covenant responsibility. That covenant requires prayer. So we first come into the agreement of teaching and training them, right? And so in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, it says, train up a child in the way that they should go. Training is intentional. It's spiritual covering. It's the correction, the guidance, and the intercessory. So you don't just hope your child turns out right. You war for their destiny. And number 2, our children have enemies, and we need to acknowledge that. In 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, it says the adversary, the devil, walks around like a roaring lion. The enemy is strategic, but so is a praying parent. And in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17, it says, no weapons formed against us shall prosper. Weapons will form. It says that, but they won't win. They won't win. Number 3, prayer should be our first response, not our last resort. So we should be calling on Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who provides. And Jehovah, and that's Genesis chapter 22, verse 14. And Jehovah Rapha, the God who heals, the Lord who heals, right? That's Exodus chapter 15, verse 26. And then we have the Jehovah Shalom, the Lord our peace. That's Judges chapter 6, verse 24. And then we have Jehovah Nissi, the God our banner. And that's Exodus chapter 17, verse 15. When Moses lifted his hands, the Israelites prevailed. But when his hands dropped, the enemy gained ground. So intercessions matter. We need to be straight up on our knees for our children. It's not an option. We have to be in prayer for our babies. Number 4, we are watchmen. In Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 7, it says, I have made you a watchman. Watchmen do not sleep spiritually. We discern, we pray, and we stand. Are you standing for your children? And I'm not just talking about the children in your house. What about the children on the block? What about the children in the school? The children in your church? The children in your community? Are you standing? Are you warring? Are you a watchman for them? Number 5, the agreements that we entered. Children are not an accessory. They're not an accessory that you change up. They are assignments. In Psalms chapter 127, verse 3, it says, children are a heritage from the Lord. Heritages they're protected. They're guarded. So when you say yes to motherhood, fatherhood, to grandparenthood, to mentorship, we're saying yes that we're going to cover these children. We're saying yes, and we're standing in the gaps for our children. In James chapter 5, verse 16, it says, the fervent prayer of the righteous availeth much. We not weak praying. We not, I'm praying at your kid. No, you get in war. We are at war. It's a fervent prayer. That means it's consistent. It's strong. It got power. And I just want us to know that we need to, in my closing, family, this is our hour of prayer. We need to be on our knees. Like for real, not gossiping about these kids, not panicking, but prayer. I mean, for real. We should be calling out to Jehovah Rapha. I'm sorry, Jehovah. I'll go with Rapha first. The healing that he heals their mind. Jehovah Jireh, that he that for their provision of their future, that he protects their futures. That we should be praying, calling out to Jehovah Shalom for peace over their emotions. These children some of these babies are emotionally bankrupt. You would be surprised some of the thoughts and things that they have. We got to be praying for that peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind. We need to be calling on Jehovah Nissi to go before them to every place that's them unseen battles. We should be standing. Our children belong to the Lord. Their minds belong to the Lord. Their destiny belongs to the Lord. And no weapon formed against them will prosper. It won't. It says it. We know it won't prevail. But are you willing to go into the gap? Are you willing that instead of looking at that mother who children may be going left, are you willing to stand in there and pray for them? Are you willing to take a young person up under your wing and show them the right way? Because it was somebody somewhere along your life that was praying for you. I know they was praying for me. Because I shouldn't be here. I went to a school where they was telling my mother, that's when you could say retarded and all that stuff. They were saying, told my mother I was retarded. Where was those teachers on their knees praying for me? Praying that they could become the teacher that I needed them to be so I could become the adult that I needed to become. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Y'all, it's time for prayer. All this foolishness, we got to cut it out. I don't have much to say today other than we at war. So when we say yes to being parents, when we say yes to these children, we are also saying yes to war. But that war is us on our knees going before them, asking God to protect them because they're worthy of that. So just take some time out of your busy day, out of your busy thoughts, out of your own agenda, and make it about some children today. That's all I got. All right. Love y'all. Thank you for joining. Bye.